Hello everyone, welcome to Preparing for Christ. Hey, I just wanted to do a little video here real quick about what's going on around the world. Things are getting really bad, really quick. As I've said before, I don't watch mainstream media. I try to get my information elsewhere, somewhere that you can get partial truth. And what's going on around the world right now is not looking good. For those of you that may not know, the deal with Iran is under Donald Trump, they were under really tough sanctions. And a way that they get a lot of their money is by selling their oil and military supplies to terrorists and a lot of third world countries. However, this past week they made a deal with China. They signed a deal. It's a 25-year deal for like $600 billion or something. The bottom line here is China is going to buy their oil from Iran, or some of their oil from Iran, and in return they are going to give Iran military supplies, intelligence, and the means to basically help them build a nuclear bomb. In my opinion, Iran already has nuclear weapons. However, even if they don't, they will now within a year, I guarantee it. The fact that China is going to help them with intelligence is huge. Not to mention, if you guys have paid attention, the United States and Israel has stopped Iran, or tried to stop Iran in a big way, from selling their oil, and one of the main buyers of their oil was Syria. So we've done a lot of things to make that not happen. However, now that China has stepped in the picture, only God knows what the outcome of this is going to be. This is not good. This is not good. Let me just say it. It's not good at all. Who knows what can come of this, honestly. Now that, something a lot of people may not know is Iran also has a relationship with Russia, okay? So Joe Biden is in there just stirring the pot, basically, with Russia. It's almost like from when him and Obama were together, they were trying almost in every way to get Russia into a conflict. As you've seen under Donald Trump, all that died down. However, Biden's not even been in office right around 3 months now, and it's all stirred back up again. Again, this deal China made with Iran is awful. This is not good at all. For the simple fact, now they are going to buy their oil at a very large discounted price. So therefore, China will buy all of the oil that Iran can produce. Iran produces a lot of oil. A lot of people don't know that, but they do produce a lot of oil. I worked on the oil pipeline years ago for a while, so I know some of the ins and outs about it. And for you, those of you that may not know, this country especially, but the world, does not function without oil. Oil produces things you can't even imagine. However, that's what makes every single economy run. Without oil, you don't have diesel, you don't have gas, you don't have engines, you don't have factories, you don't have anything, okay? So oil is what keeps the world moving, and China consumes, I don't even know the numbers, an insane amount. They don't play by the EPA rules. They make up their own rules, they do what they want. And the fact of the matter is, this situation here is taking us down a road that nobody wants to go down. As I said, Iran also has a relationship with Russia. Russia and China have been doing deals with military supplies and all of that But Russia wouldn't take the leap and buy their oil because they knew where that was with America and Israel and the deal in Syria, and that that Iran supplies a lot of terrorists around the world, a lot of the terrorists that are in Yemen and Africa right now, and it's just not a good deal. However, with that being said, we also now have this situation in Ukraine, where Ukraine, everybody that knows anything about Biden, this whole situation, Biden made a lot of deals with Ukraine when he was vice president, along with his son Hunter. That's a whole nother ball of wax that I think is, they both should probably be in prison. But anyhow, now that he's in power again, he's went right back into this situation. And now, the bottom line is, long story short, Biden made deals with the Ukraine government, president, and a lot of the very rich in Ukraine, okay? And the fact that if he become president, he would back them to... The whole situation is Ukraine wants Crimea. Crimea belongs to Russia. Crimea is basically Russian... Russia has had Crimea, like, I don't even know how long. For years and years and years. They consider that their holy land, basically. They consider Crimea as where they got Christianity from. Biden's not just going to walk away from Crimea. Biden will go to, Putin will go to all-out war over Crimea. Putin is the president of Russia. Crimea, or Ukraine now, is claiming they want Crimea. They need it back. That's theirs, blah, blah, blah. That's what this back and forth fighting is about. However, now, Ukraine has started sending troops, tanks, everything to the border of Crimea. In turn, Russia's doing the same thing. Just the other day now, Biden called the leaders, of Ukraine and pledges unwavering support in the face of Russian aggression. Mind you, there's proven fact and video and everything that Russia didn't do anything. Russia was doing their own business, everything, and Ukraine automatically started sending forces there. So, like anybody else, Russia starts sending their forces. The bottom line is, within the next few weeks, we could see an all-out war between Russia and Ukraine. And that's not a good situation because, number one, Biden has already pledged before, and now he's done it again publicly, that he will back Ukraine. As soon as one American soldier gets killed in Ukraine by a Russian soldier, you guys know what that entails and what will come of that. However, they are massing troops right now. Thousands of troops. The last report I seen, Russia sent another 4,000 troops to the border. Ukraine has not stopped pouring in troops and equipment. This is a short little, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this is a video of them moving in weapons, military supplies, everything.
Car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car.
Sorry, advertisement.
So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it.
Sorry. Anyhow, this video is showing you troops and equipment and everything moving
60
in.
minutes overtime.
It was nearly 6 years ago that Malaysia Flight 17 left Amsterdam en route to Malaysia, but was shot down over Ukraine, apparently shot down by a Russian-built missile system. What we discovered is that during these nearly 6 years, there has been a painstaking investigation, and Dutch prosecutors are now ready to go to trial with the suspects that they believe are responsible.
And we started with multiple scenarios in the beginning. One was it an accident?
Sorry, wrong video. However, there's a video out of them moving troops and everything into Ukraine, or Ukrainian troops moving in, and Russia's moving in troops as well. You can find it, go look it up, it's out there. They're trying to keep this hush-hush kinda right now, but I'm letting you know now it's coming very, very soon. And then to top it off, the deal in Taiwan is, people don't realize that, again, China is going to invade Taiwan. This past week, they've been sending their fighter jets and bombers into Taiwan's airspace periodically here and there, but they'd only send 1 or 2 at a time. But this past week they keep upping it, and the other day they sent a squadron of 20. Taiwan and the U.S. military scrambled jets 10 times in a 24-hour period because of China flying into Taiwan's space. People think Taiwan, well, what's that? Why would we mess with Taiwan? Well, Taiwan is one of the main shipping hubs that we have in the Pacific. And not only that, we vowed years ago to protect Taiwan, and we have troops there and everything else. So between the deal with Iran and China, Taiwan and China, and now Russia and Ukraine, it's all coming to a head. And any one of these could kick off literally a world war. And in my opinion, it's going to come from Ukraine and Russia. I believe that'll be the spark that gets it started. And in turn, it will just be a snowball effect from there. However, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you guys will watch True News, TRU News, with Rick Wiles, I don't agree with everything these men believe. They're a Christian organization. I like them. They have a lot of good information. And I don't believe everything from a Christian standpoint, but as far as world news and stuff, they're rock solid. As long with Israel News Live, Stephen Banoon, those are just two good sources to watch to get some truth on situations. They both have good connections, and they get information that you're not going to get from mainstream media. But besides that, just research it yourself. Just do your own digging and looking, and you'll find out a lot of what mainstream media tells you is they'll take bits and pieces, but they don't tell you everything. But regardless of that, we all need to know what's going on. We all need to be prepared and pay attention. This channel is called Preparing for Christ. I believe that as Christians, we need to be preparing for the return of Jesus Christ, which could be any day. And I say that spiritually. We need to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. But there's nothing wrong with being prepared physically, having food, water, supplies, things of that sort too. So anyhow, I just wanted to do a little video real quick, give you guys a little bit of what's going on out there, pique your interest, maybe get you to look around, do a little research yourself. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and share. I'm going to try to do more about world events and things in the future, separate from my I guess, evangelist teaching whatever on the Bible. I just pray for God's will to be done in my life and help me to do these things, and maybe it'll be a blessing to you as well. So, as I said, if you like it, please subscribe and share. You can email me with any thoughts or questions you have, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless.